The sports industry is incredibly vast and ranges from sports that are similar and significantly different to each other. These sports include basketball, American football, baseball, soccer, hockey, and many more. Due to the variety of sports, it has become a multi-billion-dollar industry. During the 20th century, popularity in sports began to intensify, especially with the emergence of professional athletes. This led to the capitalization of sports in terms of public entertainment. Eventually, this also led to the capitalization of professional sportswear. Professional athletes suddenly became influencers for the top emerging sportswear companies such as Puma, Reebok, Nike, Adidas, Skechers, and many more. In modern times, the industry has seen a massive shift towards social media marketing. The top major sportswear companies use social media to engage with their true fan base. This has led to a significant amount of engagement where fans can become part of a community. Fans can express their thoughts on products or companies via followers, likes, shares, and comments. As a result, feedback towards companies is received instantly. However, it is the company's job to deliver content for fans to engage with.
24 years ago, Skechers was officially incorporated in Manhattan Beach, California. The collection expanded to women's and kids' footwear, and currently there is more than 3,000 styles available in over 160 countries around the globe. Skechers caters to a wide range of demographic segments. The company markets its diverse footwear under the marketing campaign slogan, Unseen, Untold, Unsold. Skechers uses a mix of television, print, outdoor media, promotional events, and social media, among others, to reach its audience. Reebok originated in the UK in 1958. It was later purchased by Paul Fireman, who brought it to the American market. Reebok was widely known as a sportswear brand, but they needed a new focus. Along came the world of CrossFit, which was growing extremely popular to Generation Y and millennials. Reebok's strategy was designed to change the way people perceive, define, and experience fitness, and achieve the ambition to bring fitness to the world and be seen as the world's fittest company. Carving out a niche market helped Reebok gain and retain popularity. For 70 years, Puma has relentlessly pushed sports and culture forward by creating fast products for the world's fastest athletes. Puma distributes its products in more than 120 countries. Their brand strategy is Puma is forever faster is sports with personality. These statements are the foundation for everything this brand stands for. Puma uses a mix of demographic, geographic, and psychographic segmentation strategies to understand the changing needs of the customers in the competitive market. All three brands use two social media zones. They are social community and social commerce. They were all active on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Reebok has the most followers on Facebook but seems to use the platform the least. Based on our monitoring, their focus is on Twitter, which is a platform they have the least amount of followers on. It seems like they are focusing on Twitter to expand their following audience. Skechers seems to focus on all three platforms equally, although they have different amount of active users on all three. They conduct many giveaways and use all three platforms to reach their audience. Although they have the most followers on Facebook, they seem to get more response from Instagram followers. Puma has the most followers on Facebook, but uses the platform the least to interact with followers. They were almost inactive for the entire period we monitored their social media activity. Based on our monitoring, Puma is most active on Instagram. They use Instagram to promote new endorsements and new products. They were also active on Twitter, but only to respond and interact with followers. They did not use Twitter to post or advertise new products. Based on our monitoring, it seems like all three brands are moving away from Facebook. They are using other platforms to reach their audience.
So in this section, we're going to be going over the audience trend for Reebok for Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. For Reebok, for Instagram, week 1 they didn't do anything, but week 2 they had a more increase all the way into week 4 where they had even more increases because they started posting more constantly towards the end of the month. For Facebook, Reebok is not very active on it. They have 0 likes and 0 shares, but on the last day of the 4th week, they posted one thing, which that's why you see a spike on week 4 for number of likes. Reebok is the most active on Twitter, where they have the most likes and shares, and is very consistent from week 1 to week 2 to week 4. They were always constantly posting. Skechers. Skechers Instagram have always been pretty active. They post almost every day, and you can tell by the number of likes they get and the number of shares. Usually for Instagram, the shares people don't really share, so it's only the number of likes. Facebook, same thing, a lot of likes, a lot of shares. They post every single day and they get feedback and stuff. Twitter, same thing, number of likes and number of shares. They from week 1 to week 4, they had an increase in likes and in shares, and that's because they were constantly posting. Puma is only active on Instagram. So on Instagram, they do post a lot from week 1 to week 4. The reason why they have so many likes and stuff is because they partnered up with Selena Gomez, where she wore the brand, and that's why they started seeing such a boom in the number of likes. Zero shares because it's Instagram. Puma is never active in Facebook and Twitter. In the past 4 weeks that we were looking at them, they didn't post once, so the number of shares and the number of likes are both zero.
Content and marketing tactics. Skechers encourages social engagement by posting simple, clean ads of their products. Skechers uses this tactic to draw earned media, including shares, tags, and positive reviews. Unsuccessful tactics include using incentivized giveaway content to attract Facebook users to follow them on Instagram. This type of content receives the majority of the negative comments from their loyal fan base, wishing to enter the giveaway but bothered in the call to action to join Instagram. Puma is huge on paid media. Puma periodically adds a new celebrity face to their campaigns in the intention to attract the youth who follow them. The ads in collaboration with these celebrities attract a lot of engagement from their fans, with likes and new followers. Puma posts repetitive pictures of the same products, back to back, for a number of times before moving on to the next subject. The undesirable result is that followers lose interest with overexposure. Reebok uses paid media and call to action, which focuses on motivation to get up and stay active. Reebok stays closer to the follower by being relatable, which allows a liking and social proof influence on their fans. Some ways in which they do this is with their slogan, "To be more human," and promoting different styles of fitness with followers taking part in. Content that hurt Reebok is their incentivization, because the codes and promotions don't work. Despite the content of the post, Reebok receives a flood of negative and angry comments through Facebook and Twitter, all related to their terrible experience with their customer service. My best advice for Reebok would be to save the reputation of the brand by putting their focus on customer service and slowly gaining that trust back with their fan base.
Reebok SWOT analysis. I'm only going to be going one of each because there are so many. So for strengths, I think an important thing to mention is that Reebok has a lot of sponsored international teams, clubs, and players, and they have over 70 stores in 80 countries. Opportunities, Reebok sells hockey equipment. They increase sales by increasing kids selection. They also have a lifestyle section that could be expanded. Weaknesses, Reebok deals with many fake and duplicate sales. Overseas operations gives the company a risk. For threats, fake companies from China make duplicates in apparel and shoes, which can be a threat in competition. And fluctuation with currency internationally can mean losses in the company. Skechers SWOT analysis, strength. Something important is to mention is that they have a strong portfolio, built a very strong portfolio over the years. They've had many successes, a track record of developing new products. Opportunities, new technology provides opportunities for Skechers. They have lower inflation rate. Organizations' core competencies can be successful in similar products. Weaknesses, not very good at product demand. They don't invest in R&D a lot, and it's a lot growing. It's a lot less than their competitors. For threats, no regular supply of innovative products because of the rising pay. Also, they will have to pay their workers more. Puma SWOT analysis. Strengths. They have over 90 countries and 8,300 employees. They are partnered with Formula One and NASCAR, which is a racing company. Opportunities. The company can attain more sponsorship in international events, emerge lifestyle section in the industry. Weaknesses, Puma had a tough competition. High brand switching means difficult for loyal customer space. Some threats would be the recession and economic slowdown, fake imitations of Puma as well from China, government policies and regulations that can affect their products. So some recommendations for Reebok is looking into new target market. Instead of going for sportwear where Nike and Adidas are so strong at, they should instead look at into more women and kids sportwear. Niche areas, they can expand their brand outside of sportwears and target a more niche product like dancing shoes, combat shoes, aerobatics, etc. Recommendation Skechers online market. They can target their online market even further. They currently are not very strong in their online. They do not post on their social media often. So if they're able to fix this, they will get a new audience to start purchasing their shoes. New trends. If they're able to keep up with new trends as it is coming and put out products as it is happening, it can be very beneficial to them. Recommendations for Puma. Puma has some strong sponsorships, but they don't have a sponsorship with any celebrity. A lot of the kids nowadays would only buy the shoe because a celebrity is wearing it. So if they're able to do that, I think it would have helped them a lot. Also, another one would be a new product line. Another recommendation for Puma is to get away from the sporting industry and move into a more lifestyle shoes that anyone can wear for any occasions.
Last, I will be ranking the brands accordingly to their effectiveness. After tracking our brands for 4 weeks, we have came to the conclusion that Skechers is our top ranked brand. Skechers was by far the most active, engaged, and most improved brand from the three. In second place came in Puma. They did an excellent job in terms of their paid media because they hired famous influencers in order to improve their social presence and their brand image on Instagram. We ranked Reebok as their worst brand, and although their follower count was solid, they simply have things to work on. These improvements include improving their brand image and being more active along with engaging with users. Now I will briefly discuss our scoring system and the final results. When coming up with our scoring system, we adjusted weights to every category in order to emphasize those factors that were most important to us. We did not think it was fair to put followers and likes as the top priority because that doesn't always reflect the effectiveness of the platform used by a brand. For instance, Puma had the highest amount of followers on Twitter in comparison to Reebok and Skechers, but they were inactive for our entire recording process. That is why we took into consideration other factors. For all the platforms, we decided that the amount of content posted was a factor that mattered the most to us because it reflected that the company was active and trying to interact with their customers. Twitter and Facebook's least important factor was the number of followers because a company like Skechers demonstrated that although it has much less followers than other brands, they were almost as effective. Instagram was weighted a bit different. We assigned likes second and followers third because Instagram's main purpose is to get likes, and to do so, you need to continue growing your followers count. Also, we assigned shares as least important since there is no way one can track the amount of shares on Instagram. As mentioned before, all of these factors are important in determining which brand uses a specific platform most effectively, but there are some notable factors that are valued more to our group. And this concludes our presentation.